The deafening silence of the empty house swallowed John's every footstep as he stepped inside. The smell of old wood and dust clung to the air, the echoes of happier days haunting the walls. He hadn't been home in over 5 years. 5 long years since he was sent to the front lines of a war that had stolen so much from him. But there was one thing he couldn't forget, one thing that kept him going through the darkest of days. Max, his loyal German shepherd. His best friend, John, had promised Max he would return, but when he did, Max was gone. Max had been by his side for nearly 4 years, a constant companion through thick and thin. John's life, once filled with the noise of battle and the hum of military radios, had found a rare peace in the quiet companionship of his dog. When they were deployed, Max had been left behind in a kennel, the soldiers promising to bring him back. But when John returned from the war, Max was nowhere to be found. Months turned into years, and John's hopes for finding Max dwindled. He tried everything, missing posters, online searches, even hiring a private investigator. Nothing. Just another cold trail leading nowhere. But fate has a funny way of rewriting itself. It was a rainy afternoon when John was walking through the local park. He didn't know why he was drawn to this particular spot, but something tugged at his heart. It was there he saw it, a K9 unit patrolling the park, walking proudly beside his handler, Officer Sarah, and then the impossible happened. The dog, a police-trained German shepherd, stopped in its tracks, sniffing the air. John's heart raced as the K9 locked eyes with him. There was something familiar about those eyes, something that felt like home. The K9, a strong, imposing animal, slowly approached him. Its handler called out, but the dog ignored her, its focus entirely on John. When it was close enough, the dog stood on its hind legs, pawing gently at John's chest, as if asking for something. That's when the memories came flooding back. Max's name echoed in John's mind, and with trembling hands, he kneeled down. The dog, this strong police K9, licked his face, just like Max used to do, his tail wagging with an almost human-like understanding. "Max," John whispered, barely able to speak the name that had haunted his dreams. Officer Sarah, surprised by the reaction, stepped forward cautiously. "That's odd. This dog doesn't usually react to anyone like this. His name's Ranger. He's been with us for years, trained to detect explosives, drugs, you name it." But John wasn't listening anymore. His mind was racing. He could feel it. This was Max. The dog's eyes, the familiar way he moved, the love in his gaze, it was unmistakable. Somehow Max had become Ranger. A police K9 John couldn't comprehend it. How was it possible? Max had been gone for so long. How had he ended up as a K9? There were no answers, just questions that kept him up at night. Officer Sarah, seeing the obvious bond between John and the dog, agreed to help him track down the story. Over the next few weeks, John and Sarah worked together, piecing together the mystery of Max's disappearance. Through old records, surveillance footage, and countless interviews with dog trainers, they discovered something chilling. Max had been lost, adopted by a police unit in a small town nearby, and trained as a K9 without anyone realizing his past. The emotional weight of it hit John hard. Max had never forgotten him, and despite all the odds, they had found each other again. The day they finally sat down, just the two of them, was nothing short of magical. John sat on the grass in the park, his heart swelling as Max, Ranger, lay beside him. He gently ran his fingers through the dog's fur, feeling the same warmth he had felt all those years ago. Max licked his hand. And in that moment, John knew that no matter how far they had been separated, their bond could never be broken. The years apart had been cruel, but their reunion was a testament to the strength of loyalty, love, and the unbreakable bond between a man and his dog. It wasn't just the joy of reunion that made the moment unforgettable. It was the unspoken understanding between John and Max. The pain of loss, the anguish of not knowing, the relief of finally being together. It all flooded through them in that quiet moment. They had both endured so much, but now they were whole again. Max had served his country as a police dog, and John had fought for his country as a soldier. And now they were both home together. John's eyes welled with tears as he whispered, I never thought I'd see you again. Buddy, and in the soft glow of the sunset, the two of them shared a moment of peace. The war was over, the pain had passed, and all that remained was the simple joy of being reunited with a true friend. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.